complement and complement, principle, principle, advice, advise, accept, accept, sensible and sensitive. Hello, welcome to ESL Advice. I'm Fida Hassan and today I'll be talking about these confusing pairs of words. But before we get into the lesson, do hit the subscribe button to get more videos on English language learning. These are the most commonly confused verb pairs in English. Many of you who are learning English or even the native speakers confuse between these verb pairs. It can be a bit puzzling for many of you as for some of the verb pairs, the difference is just a letter. However, there is nothing much to worry about it. As soon as you get to learn the use and the differences, I'm sure you'll be able to fix the errors you were making while using these words. Let's start with complement and complement. These words are pronounced in the same way, but they have different meanings. Compliment means saying something good about someone or something. It is an expression of praise, encouragement, respect, admiration, affection, etc. It can be both a noun and a verb. Let's look at the examples of compliment as a noun. Who doesn't love a compliment? Compliment as a verb. I complimented him on his excellent work. Now let's look at the meaning of complement. Complement means something that fills up or completes something or makes something better. Complement can be both a noun and a verb. Let's say, for example, your necklace is a perfect complement to your dress. It means your necklace is making you look complete. It goes well with what you are wearing. Complement as a verb. The broth is complementing the fish very well. It means the broth is going very well with the fish and it makes the dish taste better. Principle and principle. These two words sound the same. Principle and principle. Principle can be both a noun and an adjective. Principal as a noun refers to someone in a leading position in a company or at any organization. A principal most commonly refers to the headmaster or the head of a school or the chief executive officer of an educational institution. Principal as an adjective means the most important or influential. Well, for example, the villain is the principal character of the movie. It means the villain is the most influential character in the movie. Moreover, the word principal has another use as a noun. It means a sum of the money that is lent or invested on which interest is paid. Didn't get it? Let me explain. The principal is the money that you invest on which you get the interest. Or when you take a loan or invest money, the initial amount is the principal. When you pay back the loan, you pay the principal, which is the total amount of the loan and the interest. You pay the principal plus the interest. Principle. It can only be a noun that refers to a fundamental truth, a guideline or law. It can also be referred to as an underlying quality that shapes one's behavior or thoughts. When someone has their own principles, it means they have their own beliefs and it influences their actions or thought. A person with strong moral principle may believe in telling the truth or doing the right thing. Parents should teach their children about the principles of good conduct. Advice and advise. The C of advice sounds like S, advice, advice. And the S of advise sounds like a Z, advise, advise. Advice is a noun. It is an opinion or a suggestion that someone offers you about what you should do or how you should act in a particular situation or about a particular matter. It can also be a suggestion about how to deal with a problem. So it is a particular suggestion or the recommendation itself. He never takes my advice. Advice is an uncountable noun. You can never say advices. It will always be advice. To say, for example, he gave me some advice on how to write a research proposal. You can also say a piece of advice. Can I give you a piece of advice? Advise is to give someone advice. Advise is a verb that means to suggest what should be done, to recommend, or to give information to someone. I advised him to discuss the issue with a lawyer. Accept and accept. These two words are pronounced slightly differently. The first vowel sound is pronounced differently. Accept starts with the sound A, accept. And accept starts with the sound E, accept. But whenever you pronounce these words faster, they sound almost the same. It's hard to figure out the difference in pronunciation between these two words. However, accept is a verb that means to agree to receive something offered. Whenever you take or receive something offered to you, you accept it. To say, for example, he accepted the job offer. Accept can be a preposition, a conjunction, or rarely used as a verb. Accept as a preposition means but, not including or other than. Everyone bought the tickets for the concert except Rumi. It means everyone bought the tickets for the concert, but Rumi didn't. When used as a preposition, except is followed by a noun. And when it is used as a conjunction, it is followed by a clause or adverbial phrase. I didn't tell him anything except that I left the job. As a conjunction, it means only or with the exception of. Except is rarely used as a verb, and it means to exclude or to take or leave out from a number or a whole, or from a group or a category. Some rules are accepted from the list. It means some rules are taken out of the list. Sensible and sensitive. Both of these words are adjectives. Being sensible means being practical, reasonable, or having good sense or having good judgment. Sensible people are logical. They are emotionally or intellectually aware. They can make good decisions or can handle situations well, as they are practical or have a good sense of judgment. Being sensible is having a perception of something. To say, for example, he is sensible enough to handle the whole situation. You can act sensibly in many ways. If you're visiting a new place, it would be sensible to get some idea about the place before you go there to avoid problems. Sensitive. Being sensitive is related to feelings. Sensitive people can be easily hurt or offended. It means they get easily upset by what other people say or do. Sensitive people are also able to understand other people's feelings. To say, for example, she's very sensitive about the feelings of the people she loves. Don't ask her about the breakup. She's very sensitive. It may hurt her feelings. Many people are sensitive to criticism. They can't take criticism positively and they get offended. It can refer to physical feelings as well. It can also mean easily damaged, influenced, or changed, especially by physical activity or effect. Someone may have sensitive skin, or a person can be sensitive to heat, cold, or particular food items, etc. Well, for example, I'm sensitive to heat. I should avoid direct sunlight. What do you think? Would you still confuse between these word pairs? You can take a quiz to check whether you were using these words correctly. The link to the quiz is given in the description box. Remember to subscribe to my channel and do like and share my videos. Thank you so much for watching.